Amidst all the horrible events of our bleak and depressing world that like an ever-hungry machine devours our cheerful youth and spits out dry, emotionless husks, struggling to compete for competition's sake, it's unsurprising that more and more people choose escapism in whatever myriads of way it may manifest before you. Be it drugs, gambling, gaming, or collecting cacti, it's all being made in the name of escaping at least for a bit from our joyless reality, but the most insidious thing happens when escapism gets industrialized, because then you're basically stuck in an unending feedback loop of serving people who just want to be left alone in their fantasy land, and this anime is a prime example of this. Sebayaki Kitsune no Senko-san is a 12-episode wish fulfillment simulator anime made by people who created Umaru-chan that was generously described to me as Dragon Maid with Fox Girls, and that's pretty much the only reason I even agreed to watch this thing in the first place. It tells us a story about a very depressed office worker who is so depressed, depression had started to gather into black clouds behind him, so to prevent him from start stabbing people or making an elaborate terror attack, a Fox Girl waifu is dispatched to provide emotional support. Then everything kinda goes like in Dragon Maid, they bond, have fun, new characters are introduced, albeit in a fewer number, he's getting slightly better, only for the waifu to disappear in the end, and then reappear, and then an open, happily ever after ending that gives creators the possibility to make a sequel should it be needed happens. It's been a while since an anime made me legitimately depressed. Like Dragon Maid. Pah! Not like it's a wrong statement, but it's kinda like saying a smartphone is the exact same thing as a rotary telephone. If we're being pedantic, yes, but I doubt a rotary telephone can play music or act as a vibrator. The same here. Dragon Maid was a comedic story about a depressed office worker and her lusty dragon maid. Senko the Kitsune is a story about a depressed office worker where occasionally a comedy happens, almost like it's contractually obliged to do so. But the final nail in the coffin was that thing in the end, you know, the Super Senko time that's basically like one of those waifu games where the fucking character fucking talks to you in fucking first person with all those cutesy fucking things, and the only thing that's missing from it is the actual fucking part. It's a small part of an anime, skippable even, but it says a lot about the supposed target audience, and that they're so alone and desperate they can only talk to a drawn animation of a fox girl would be a bit distressing if I genuinely gave a crap, but I digress. Other than the bleak message of it all, on a technical level, the anime is alright. Nothing overly special in the graphics part, nothing overly special in the music either, other than reliance on the word mofu mofu, which is a word I never heard before, and from what I could gather it's basically a combination of moko moko and fua fua, and it's used to describe something soft, light and fluffy, especially small animals. You learn something new every day. In fact, if you just watch it with your brain turned off, you can easily skip the bleakness of it all and just watch a mediocre cutesy anime about a dude obsessed with fluffing tails to the point where it kinda starts getting unhealthy. The character of Senko is pretty well written, she's easy to bond with, and though slightly generic for my tastes, I can perfectly understand why people would like her. Failing that, you also have other female characters that generally are of little relevance, but their looks are designed to appeal to some demographics, and without poking it any further, this is pretty much what you get out of it. So either depression or an unimpressed yawn. Kinda like penises if you really think about it.